Starts with a brick, ends up with the whole cosmos. Starts with a spark, ends up with a flame. It starts with a little something, a vibe that you want to inhabit. By the end, you got a consistent etymology for every single name.
Open the world book, turn the page. Come join us in setting the stage. Open the world book, turn the page. Come and join us in setting the stage.
Setting the Stage is a show where host Isaac Shaker interviews game masters about their worlds, about the worlds they play in. He interviewed me about Foxglove, and that episode will likely drop this summer, but I'd recommend going to check out his show now. A great episode to give a listen to is episode 52, where Isaac interviews Eric and Caleb from the Delta Green podcast Black Flare, friends of RPG Majors.
We rejoin our sonorous sleuths as they investigate the home of missing machinist Eric, associate of the enigmatic erstwhile affiliate Rory.
Describe this scene for me as Aubrey checks around this construction site.
Yeah, it's a cool montage. Because it's a construction site, I'm wearing safety glasses, but I whip them off like a cool cop with sunglasses. And then I whisper a pun so quietly that nobody, not even the wind, can hear, and I put them back on.
But the wind, as it blows through the trees outside, makes a distinctive, yeah!
Aubrey squats down into frame, runs a finger along a floorboard, picking up dust. She looks at it, puts the glasses down on her nose, puts them back up, licks the dust a little bit, thinks about it, puts it between her fingers, runs her fingers together so that it falls in the light. Interesting. Walking carefully along one of the beams of the exposed floor, along it like a tightrope walker, looking down on either side. Are there exposed nails? Do they form a pentacle or magical circle or something? Does the floor have traps in it? Was it a normal construction site? What was going on here? Smash cut cameras in the fridge. The fridge opens, backlit. It's Aubrey. She puts the safety glasses down her nose again to look at the expiration dates on all the food.
Right.
What kind of food is here? What painting does it paint of this man?
Rory comes into frame for a second, reaches past Aubrey, pulls out a PBR, walks away.
The only things in this fridge are bottles of water and PBR.
Okay.
Mara will come grab a water then.
Again, this is not like a livable house at the moment, so this is like, what are you drinking while you're working on your house?
The fridge still has plastic on it, like it's a new fridge that hasn't been fully.
As Aubrey looks around, you see 3 distinct sets of footprints.
Ooh.
Not counting your own or Mara's. You see the waffle pattern of a Converse, the distinctive waffle pattern at the bottom of a Converse that you would assign to a man probably 6'5", 6'6", seems like a bigger guy. You would think those are Rory's prints.
These is Rory's prints from when he was here a few days ago. Is he a human?
He is a human.
Okay.
Good question. You see a second pair of prints that were slightly older. More of them are covered up by this dust, which has fallen on top of them, than has fallen on top of Rory's.
Is there a source of the dust?
I mean, you look up at the ceiling, you can't see anything that would cause this green and yellow, very, very slightly sparkly dust to be there. But you see the older pair of prints are the distinctive sort of nub patterns of a work boot. You see them both on the joists, on the little bit of floor that is complete. You would assign this to a 5'11" human. You would guess, given that these seem to be about a week old, would have been Eric's.
Eric's, yeah.
The most recent of the footprints.
Yeah.
You see prints of bare feet. 5-toed.
B-A-R?
B-A-R-E.
Oh, okay.
Bare feet.
Sorry.
Fair questions
Sorry.
in this context.
You gotta ask.
You gotta ask.
In the Autumn Lands, we have different terms for this reason. It messed up a whole festival.
All right, we're gonna have a song there.
No, we don't need to.
Okay. All right,
Unless we want. The Barefoot Fiasco of 45 Winks, yeah.
Fiasco.
Barefoot Fiasco, 45 Wings. Yeah, okay,
That
great.
sounds like a great song. Like a folk tale, like a...
And then I'll give you the rest of your.
Okay.
Gather around, changelings, for a little tale.
The Barefoot Fiasco.
What? I thought that was a made-up story.
No, it really happened.
You read it?
Some 25 winks ago and more.
Wow.
Actually, 45-ish, maybe. Time is weird here.
That seems true.
We know that.
There comes a time and season when it's nice to gather round with the chicken and the hen and march in a parade of everything unseen, planting footprints in the soft and dying green. Invisible, the animals walk, so silently the chickens squawk. The only thing that is seen in the parade is the footsteps left behind and the memories we made. There were chicken prints, there were footprints, there were paw prints, there were little fish flap prints, there were bird prints, there were footprints, there were paw prints, there were little fish flappy fins, and hoof prints too, children. Wow! All these prints. But as the footprints were declared, something terrible arose.
Oh no!
One
What?
did cry out in alarm.
Oh no!
I cannot tell whose prints they are. Oh wait, I can. These were the bare feet of a man, and everyone said, "Wow, a male bear! That's who that must be!" And they ran and ran and ran so that they could run down he.
That's a male
and they
bear
said,
print.
"Hey bear,
Hey, bear!
we know where you are."
We know where you are.
But when invisibility left, it was not a bear. No, sir. No, no, no. There were chicken prints and footprints and hoof prints and paw prints and little flappy fish flappy prints, hoof prints and footprints and bear prints and other prints and all the little flappy fish flappy prints.
I'm just a guy.
What?
Yeah, I was just walking through and, I'm invisible now. Where am I?
No, I'm sure that you're confused. The herald of the Autumn Court said that you were a bear leaving bear prints. So that's what you must be.
The earth quakes as a giant hoof descends, stomping down as this 40-story tall
The great
moose
moose.
plants its foot. And then
We've angered them.
you sort of look up and you see a spark of disappointment in its eye as it knows that it missed its chance to be invisible and go unnoticed for once.
The great moose. Their purpose could have been fulfilled had this fiasco not happened. You shamed us all and shamed the moose.
Excuse me, great storyteller.
Yes, child.
Is this why we have to delineate between when we're talking about feet with no socks or shoes on and maybe animal feet?
Like earth sign feet, feet of an earth sign creature.
Yeah. Is that why we have two words for it now? Is that the point of this story?
Yes. Ever since then, we've distinguished.
Between what?
Between.
Oh, earth sign
Let's
and...
list all the
Okay.
things we're distinguishing between foot feet and other feet and hoof feet and bare feet feet, and chicken feet, and little floppy, 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 floppy fish floppy feet, hoof feet, and human feet, and moose feet, and my feet, and your feet, and bear feet, and floppy, floppy, floppy fish floppy feet. Helix wanted to know the story and has the wisdom cursed you.
I'm just a guy.
You know, I feel a little like someone who was drawn by the Song of Wisdom
Wow,
and cursed by gaining it.
This is exactly what we were talking about.
The third set of footprints appear at first glance to be human. That of a shorter person, you would guess 5 foot, 5'1", maybe.
Okay.
They move smoothly and delicately around the space, traversing the floor joists without breaking stride or losing purchase at all. Supreme confidence. And some places you can see hopping to make a larger jump, a longer step. You are certain these footprints do not belong to a human. You get the sense of someone moving with balletic grace, smooth, confident, and certain that wherever she puts her feet, there will be ground there to meet her.
Has any dust fallen after the footprints? Did these footprints precede the dust? Did they co-occur with it? Did they follow it?
Excellent question. You see the newest set of footprints are these barefoot prints. You also see that there are several sets of these barefoot prints with dust, indicating that this individual has been here several times over the last week. You would get the sense from their movement that they don't disturb much as they walk. Someone who is fairly small, fairly lithe, and graceful as she moves. You're not sure what exactly makes you think she, but you're pretty sure that's right. And the other thing that you notice as you get this advantage is that the dust is thickest in the places where her footsteps retread, as if the dust is following her.
Are the footsteps, especially at the points of leaping, close enough together to suggest very, very light, walking very light strides, or is there a suggestion of sort of flight or weightlessness?
More of a jump than flight.
Okay.
You are pretty sure that if you weren't worried about falling, you could make those jumps.
Yeah.
Though you are a bit taller.
All right. I rejoin the group and I whip off my protective glasses. We have to find her.
Who?
The light-footed intruder.
Besides a light-footed intruder, any additional clues or...
Well, we can see how they came and went, I guess, if it was just through the door.
Yeah, as you follow these footprints, you can see that they each time start from a window in the back of the house that leads into the kitchen where there is floor, and then diverges and goes to different places throughout the house. There is a window with a sash that can slide up where the lock does not lock, and so you're guessing that she's been coming through this back window.
Okay.
You asked also about tools and other things. It is pretty clear to you from the set of tools that are around that Eric has in fact been working on his house. He's been mostly working alone, but there are some things that indicate he's been getting at least a little bit of help sometimes.
Okay. 2 more questions, both very important. One, how does the dust taste?
The dust tastes earthy, like it tastes vegetal.
Okay. Great. And is there any point where Eric's footprints just stop that I can't account for?
No.
Okay. They are always entering or departing through an expected,
Yes.
as far as I can parse.
His footprints enter and exit through the back door, which goes into the kitchen, because he's been staying in the tow trailer in the backyard.
Okay, we should maybe check that out as well. Whoever's been coming here, the dust has been either following her or is produced by her with her footsteps. She's definitely not human. Probably about 5 feet tall.
Wow, you're great at this.
Thank you.
Well, Aubrey, do you think that's all we could gather from this house in here?
If you know what else to look for, I'm sure there's more we could gather. But as a sort of cursory who's been here glance,
Yeah.
It's been her, and she's been here a lot.
Did you see any other people coming or going, Rory?
No, when I showed up, place was empty.
Uh-huh.
Just dust and apparently footprints, though.
Yeah.
I'm not an investigator, so
Right.
didn't notice them.
Okay.
Most of them were left after you.
Oh, huh.
No,
Not all of
most
them.
were left. So
Before?
if-
I thought it
if he
was on either
there-
side.
If he was there like
Sorry.
a day or two ago, then
Oh, okay.
Eric's were all before.
They were all before, and these are on either side, or have
Hers
they
were
been here?
on both sides.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
Oh, so she's been here since he's gone missing.
correct.
Oh.
Several times.
Okay. Got it. Well, should we look in the trailer at all?
definitely.
Have you gone in there,
Nope.
Rory? No.
I just noticed he wasn't here, noticed the weird dust, and came straight to you. So head to the backyard, look at the trailer.
Sure. And Mara might let Aubrey lead the way a bit and then maybe pull Rory aside and be like, I'm sorry if I got a little bit intense with you bringing up. There's a lot going on with my family that I'm not really privy to. And I think it's a bit of a sore spot at the moment. So I'm sorry that I took that out on you.
No, I get it. Family can be the worst. So, yeah, if you want to talk about it, sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger than it is your friend. So, just let me know.
Yeah. Although, I mean, you got to know it's a little bit of sensitive information, you know?
Sure,
And
yeah.
I understand having somebody maybe from an outside perspective, but you seem like a trustworthy guy. And if I have no reason to not believe that, I'll definitely take you up on that.
Rory smiles and says, whatever you're comfortable with. And watch your step. He then ushers us across the joists
Ooh, okay.
to the back door.
Is it hard to kind of navigate or is it easy to jump over that stuff?
They're regularly spaced, but if you took a wrong step, you'd be falling 10 feet and maybe bashing your face on a joist along the way.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. Not fun.
No. Heading out into the backyard, the landscaping is not much to speak of. It's just a little bit overgrown. You can tell most of his effort has been going into the refurbishing of the house, and he's not really been working on the garden.
Shame.
Rory leans over underneath into sort of the wheel well of the trailer, grabs out a key that seems to have been stuck there by magnet, pops open the trailer, and the three of you head up inside. It's maybe, 20, 30 feet long. It's the sort of fifth wheel style trailer where as you walk up in, immediately to your right is the area that would be over the truck hitch, where there is a little nook for sleeping. It's 3 feet tall in total, so you could sort of shimmy in and lie down. There's room enough for a full-size mattress in there. Turning to your left, there's a narrow center hallway. There is a couch that is built in on the right, which has some drawers underneath it, as well as some cabinets up above it. Just beyond that, on the right, is a small countertop with a section of it that can be removed, that is removed at the moment, which would be covering up a small sink. The sink is now exposed. On the left side of that, there's sort of a banquette with two bench seats that face each other across the table, as well as more storage above that. There's a sliding door that if you walk past, there is a room in the back that has essentially a U-shaped couch with a section that has been removed. If you added that section back in, it would become another sleeping space. Like, this is something that was set up for a family to go traveling with, and this guy, it seems like, bought it, set it up for just himself to be there. There's in between the sort of kitchen area and the back room, there's a very small section of hallway where there are two doors on the right. Each one of them is so small and narrow that you need to squeeze in somewhere to open it. There's a sort of stand-up only shower and a small room with a toilet, both separate. And opposite that on the hallway is a small hanging space for clothes, sort of the closet, top half, and a few more drawers on the bottom half. You think a family of four could travel in this in, more comfort than pitching a tent. He seems to have, again, he's very clearly living in this space. Open up the closet, you see a bunch of work clothes in there that include the name Eric on a patch on a navy blue jumpsuit. Someone who clearly works professionally with tools.
Do we see a bowling shirt? A bowling team shirt in there?
You do see a bowling shirt.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
The name that is printed on the shirt and like printed on a bowling ball that seems to have this like chromy sheen on it is Balls of Steel.
Good for him.
I think Rory told you he works at a machine shop, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is like
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Got it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Any dust in here?
There is a very thin layer of dust.
What colors and is it sparkly and earthen?
Yes, there's essentially one set of the woman's footprints in here. You're able to see this better here than in the other place because so often she was sort of walking on the joists. It seems like this woman tends to walk only on the balls of her feet. The dust trail sort of goes in, turns left, goes down the little hallway, goes as far as the closet, but not to the room beyond, not the sort of like living room / bedroom that's in the back. Stops in front of the closet, stops facing the closet, and then exits.
Exits?
Yeah, so she came in, she went to the closet,
and
she
then came back.
and then left.
Okay, got it.
I was like, is there someone hiding in the closet
Oh, no.
right now?
Okay.
Is it just clothes in the closet? Is there an empty shelf space? Is there...
There is, as you sort of rummage through the drawers, like not everything is completely full because there is storage space enough for 4 people to go on a trip together. If you want to, why don't you give me a perception check? It's also just hard to tell, like... Yeah, so give me a perception check against 2.
Okay. Another thing I'd love to know is whether it seems like he had a family that he lived in this with, or whether he has only ever lived in it solo.
Sure, you only see one person's belongings in here.
Does anyone else want to roll too, or instead?
No, you
Because
go
I can
ahead.
give dice to others.
Oh, I mean, my
If you
perception
want.
is just too yellow. So why don't you just go ahead?
This is Helix's favorite. It's 3 successes and 2 threats.
Okay. So as you're looking through the drawers, you can see that there is, again, just a thin layer of this dust on the top 3 drawers. There are 4 in total. As you're looking through them, you can see that the first one has undershirts folded up in it. The second one has shorts folded up in it. The third one that you open up has boxers folded up in it. And you can see that one half of the boxer pile is clear of dust, as if she opened this up, pulled out some
Someone was
boxers.
hiding something in their shirt. Oh, no, she took the boxers, not something that someone was hiding behind them. There's a bunch of boxers missing.
There's definitely some boxers missing.
Huh.
The piles are uneven.
Seems like these boxers have been boxed out.
The wind blows by.
The question I gotta ask: underwear.
Yeah.
Can we get an underwear pun song? No, that's terrible.
That's funny.
We can keep it brief. Come on, guys, sing me a song.
I was just about to do that one.
I'm not gonna think of them. I'm just gonna move on. That wasn't a pun. I was just saying. Well,
So let me just immediately retcon
Yeah, we
something
need
that I
to
just
stop
said.
before I throw Haynes. There's a real reaction of despair around the room with that one.
Because now you just open up a whole new round of the game where
No, I'm done. We're done.
like the easy one of let's keep Victoria's secret. Okay, man.
the two of you are just trying to claim the win like a pair of thieves, which is another underwear brand.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I don't know.
Sponsor us, podcast sponsors that do underwear ads.
So wait.
So things that are missing as you look through these drawers, definitely a couple pairs of boxers and definitely a couple of undershirts.
Okay.
Oh, as in we don't know if it was rummaged around or to look to an end.
Everything still seems quite orderly.
Yeah. And those are missing. Interesting.
Yeah.
And then is there a convention where there's a way that Mara can get... Mara has all the knowledge that Aubrey has garnered so far.
Yeah, I'll
about
recap you on
we
stuff.
did recap. Okay. I think she'll ask Rory, like, Rory, did Eric ever talk about a girlfriend or a gal that he was seeing at all?
No, never came up. I mean, when we were younger, he'd see all sorts of girls, but nothing like set.
Recently?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Also, did we ever get a read on how old Rory is?
How old does Rory look?
He looks maybe late 20s, early 30s, with the tiredness of someone who could be much older.
Hey, high five.
Okay. Got it. Well, and then I think at this point, is there a phone accessible at all
Yeah, there is a landline in the house.
in the house?
Yeah.
Rory, do you want me to give the guy on the bowling team a call, or do you want to call him?
You know, I'll go give him a ring.
Okay.
Also, check the last number that it's dialed, maybe.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, I'll come with you because I think Mara wants to hear the conversation. Richard, yeah. And maybe let Aubrey continue to look around. I'll give Rory the number to go give him a call, but then I want to hear the conversation.
Yeah. Are you looking for a private moment, or is it easier if we all stick together?
Oh, sure. You can come along. Yeah.
Redial hit.
Buchanan residence. Who's calling?
Hey, this is Rory, looking for Eric.
Oh, Rory, it's been so long. Well, hey, no, he's not here. I'd ask you where he's been. He's not been out to visit for maybe 6-8 months.
Miss Buchanan, it's great to talk to you again. Yeah, so haven't seen Eric. Did he call you?
Oh, sure, he called me last week.
Did he talk about anything?
Everything all right, dear?
He missed a standing appointment, and well, I'll be frank, I want to pull a prank on him. So if you give me whatever he said, I want to spook him, do some dumb joke, if you don't mind telling me.
Well, I always did like that about you, Rory. Well, sure, he, called, told me how work was going on in the house, how things was going at the shop. Nothing too out of the ordinary. He said his bowling league was doing pretty good. And let's see, was there anything else unusual, anything prankable? Because I do support that.
Did he mention a woman by any chance?
Well, no, and I've learned to stop asking because apparently if you ask too many times when you're going to get grandbabies, the answer is going to be never. So, no, I don't think he'd been seeing anyone too serious recently. Women flit in and out of his life, but...
Yep, that's Eric.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so if you want to prank him, he told me he was getting in a shipment of flooring for the house that he was particularly proud of. He said it was, what's the word he used? Reclaimed wood from the side of an old barn, and he was going to put it down, and he thought that it was just going to be magnificent. And I think if you wanted to pull a prank on him and didn't mind spending just a little bit of money on it, go and getting just one pack of the ugliest commercial vinyl tile that you can find in a bright, garish green that he would absolutely hate. I think if you slipped some of that into the packages of his nice new flooring when it comes in, well, he would holler like a baboon who's had its banana pinched.
You cracked me up, Miss Buchanan.
Said with a straight face.
Appreciate the tip. I think I'll go with that. You have a good evening now, and pet Fido for me.
I'll do it. He didn't call me yesterday like he usually does, so if you see him, just let him know.
Oh, I don't worry. I'll badger him for you. Then Rory hangs up the phone.
Huh.
Yeah, it was his mom.
Yeah, sounded like it.
She's a real nice lady.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, next number.
Sure.
As he's calling, I want to do a quick gut check. Mm-hmm. Does it look like the floor has not been yet installed, or does it look like a floor was installed and removed?
From what you can tell, the original flooring has been demolished and removed.
Yeah.
You can see that, like, on a few of the joists, there's a little bit of water damage. So you're guessing that both the flooring and the subfloor got flooded out, which is why so much of the floor is just gone, right? The subfloor, the plywood layer that underlays most modern houses' flooring needs replaced, and then needs some like finished flooring put on top.
Okay, so the fancy new floor coming in like there's other work that will still need to be done before it's ready for them.
There is, right in the backyard, I didn't mention, but is there's sort of pallets with like lumber and things on it that's kind of covered up by a tarp. So there's like building materials in the backyard that are ready to be used.
Okay.
But the reclaimed wood hasn't arrived yet.
Well, it hadn't when Ma Buchanan.
Okay.
A week ago.
Yeah.
We'll do a floor search next, but first he's dialing some numbers.
Beep boop bop boop. Beep.
Boop, 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 beep.
It's Ricky.
Hey, Ricky. It's Rory. I don't know if Eric ever mentioned me.
Only in his wild stories.
Yeah.
Are you in town?
Oh, yeah. In town, looking for him, actually.
Huh, funny, us too. He hasn't been into the shop in, a couple days.
Oh, man, that's a real shame. He say he's going anywhere? Anything crazy going on in his life?
No, he was just taking a couple days off to get a bunch of work done on the house. He said he was doing a bunch of demo on the floor or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Last thing I heard also. Heard nothing else?
No, we're just trying to keep things running here. But, he's the boss, so we're just taking jobs as they come in, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, just Eric wanted me to tell you the number 10 socket you're looking for your wrench fell down underneath the milling machine. You'll find it there. I know you guys been looking for it, so just thought I'd let you know.
Thanks. I guess I'll look. Why didn't he just pick it up if he saw it?
Oh, yeah, he said he was tired and just didn't cross his mind. Anyway, appreciate your time. Cover the receiver. You guys have anything you want to ask this guy?
Ask if the floor shipment came through, if he picked it up okay.
Oh, hey, Rick.
It was there.
You hear anything Eric mentioned, the floor shipment coming in, anything like that?
Oh, he wouldn't have had that delivered here. He would have had that delivered to his house.
Yeah, but when he was taking those days off, did he mention that it was coming in for him to put in?
He said he expected it, sure.
Anything else you want me to ask this guy?
Don't think so.
All right, Rick. Good luck with the balls of steel out there. Hope you find a new player soon.
Thanks.
Heads up.
Because they work together and they bowl together? Great, okay. Huh.
Yeah. So do we think there's something going on with the old wood floorboards, the new old wood, or did he find something when he was pulling up the old boards?
Either way. Also, Rory, if you don't mind me asking, you seem to kind of know a lot of things that you shouldn't be able to know.
I don't get your
How
meaning.
did you know that wrench was where it was?
Socket.
Okay.
Socket for the end of a
Right.
ratchet. Anyway, yeah, I saw a posted note in when we were in the trailer, and Eric had written that down there to tell Ricky, but I crumbled up, threw it out, didn't really think about it. Sorry.
Right.
Do you just discover things that are going to be helpful, or do you know a lot of terrible stuff that you just can't tell anyone because it doesn't help them to know?
I'm actually gonna go look on the wood piles for dust. Sorry. Yeah, I find stuff. I'm gonna go check. And Rory seems actively upset by that response, like pale, and takes the chance to almost run across the joists to get to the back door and go out.
I think that's a song. Something.
What's the...
Just whatever he's feeling right now. I don't know.
Yeah, or what is it, like terrible things?
What does he know?
Yeah.
So this will be like internal monologue.
Yeah. You don't need to worry about us eaves peeping.
What is the cost? The cost of loss. What does it take me? How do I let them know? Stay quiet as I know. I know it's gotta be. I'm wondering why they paid the price, and yet I sit and stand and wait aside, off to the side. I wish I didn't have to make my thoughts hide as I stand off to the side. I know the terrible things, yet I have to sit off to the side. Nobody knows, and yet I still hide. I stand off to the side, and I hide. And when I wonder, they look at me. I sit heart sundered. It's painful as can be. I know I'm wondering the time to tell, yet I'm crying in my own hell. I stand off to the side, and I know what I wanna say, yet I have to hide, 'cause I am standing off to the side. I wanna tell them, oh God, I wanna tell them, but here I hide. I wanna tell them, but I stand off to the side.
Nice.
Really good. Yeah, another guitar pick given.
Rory, you head over to check this pile and you peel back the tarp. There's several pieces of underflooring, sort of lower grade plywood, a couple pallets of 2x4s as well, as if, he's looking to do some reframing in the house, possibly finishing out the basement.
But none of the wood looks reclaimed, nope. I guess, so to speak.
This looks like lumberyard standard material.
Yeah. Rory just kind of haphazardly flips the tarp, basically just glances and flips the tarp back, and then kind of just sits against it. And he takes a minute to himself.
Since you did mention that you were looking for it, there was no layer of dust on this pile, either on top of or underneath the tarp. As it so often does in the middle of spring here in Foxglove, a light rain starts to fall.
Is there a ceiling?
Not in the backyard where you're all standing.
I didn't know if we were still in the house.
Yeah, the house has a roof on it. The outside is full and complete. Mm-hmm. The inside is gutted.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you guys, if you could do anything today, right? We're trying to find Eric, but it's getting late. If you could do anything in Foxglove, what would you go do?
Ooh, just have how to spend a nice evening?
Yeah, if you were going to have the best night of your life in Foxglove, where's the first place you'd start?
Those last two words are doing a lot of work.
What?
The in Foxglove part.
Oh. Well, is the goal to just have a good time? Or is it to finish unfinished business?
If finishing unfinished business is the best thing that happened to you, if you went to wherever you're thinking, then it's that. I'm thinking best night you could think of. Places you've never been, things you've always wanted to see. If you had one night to live life to the fullest, what would you pick?
This is an interesting question. I kind of want to look at the map, or I'm trying to remember places that exist.
Or like...
So we haven't established a ton of like fun places. We've established a lot of locations where mysteries happen.
Yeah.
And
Well, I first probably would start the evening at like one of my favorite nice restaurants in Cliffside. And then I would have to go to my favorite karaoke bar in Hagland Hill, of course. It's so fun over there. But honestly, there are a lot of fun places. For me, it would depend more who I'm with rather than what I'm doing.
Well, I'm new to town. Newish anyway. I'm not worried about Eric. Sure, he's missing, but he's a pretty tough guy. He can take care of himself. So if you want to, and you guys can both say no. If you want to take a break, I'm looking for Eric and just, I don't know, why don't we go have fun?
Sure.
Would you enjoy that?
I would love that.
I think this slips out before Mara can process. Is something bad gonna happen?
Not tonight.
Cool. I'm all for like being elusive and having a veil that usually people see you through. That's scary to be told. Should we be worried?
Sorry. Bad stuff happens all the time. Like you get a flat tire, you get I'm just saying that, I don't think anything is going to happen tonight. It's fun. We're having fun. We're going to go have fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I just meant the general.
Yeah.
Bad things happen to people sometimes.
Right.
Anyway, you said you had some spots.
I
Mara?
do.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah, we could definitely. Yeah. It's called the Hula Hula Hula. It's a really nice, kind of cute karaoke moment. We could go. It's probably pretty packed this evening, but maybe not just yet.
Yeah. No, that sounds amazing.
It's fun. A nice place to pass time.
Do you have stuff you like to do?
Being new to a place, I like seeing the sights. I like experiencing moments with cool people. I'm working to change what I like to do. I'll admit, I was a bit of a piece of work, and so it's a lot of drinking, partying, philandering, stuff like that. So I guess I'm trying to get away from that, experience other fun. You know what I mean? I actually love soft serve ice cream.
No way!
It's my guilty pleasure, honestly, is a big cup of soft serve.
Wait, we have to go to Swirl World.
As you walk into Swirl World, both of you get the strongest sense of deja vu as you see Rory moving his cone underneath one of the nozzles, turning around and announcing, like holding out the cone and announcing the flavor, which is
Choco Rumble, full to the top.
You're certain you've seen and heard him say that before. In that deja vu sort of way, and then it passes.
Do you see read that expression on our faces?
I dropped my ice cream.
He doesn't. He does look at you dropping your ice cream a bit stunned.
Have I done that before?
Sorry?
Have I done that before?
No.
You're lying.
He might
Guys,
not
we're
be.
here. We're ice cream. Come on. Ice cream. I bet you can. Guys, please. Here, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for the whole thing. Vanilla chocolate swirl, strawberry on top. Do you like that?
That's the order I would get every time I came here as a kid.
Hey, yeah. Wow, I'm good at guessing. Come on, guys.
They don't even have the strawberries out. You have to ask for them.
Rory is just like...
I walk up and I give him a big hug.
He kind of starts like almost panicked sobbing, when somebody can't take the emotion and is trying to work through it. And he's like, guys, please.
Rory, I whisper in his ear. How many times have you seen me die?
It was just one time, but it was the worst time of my life.
I hold him so tight.
I miss you guys so much. And he drops his ice cream and starts full sobbing.
What? What's going on?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't. I wasn't strong enough.
What?
I wasn't strong enough.
I think Mara tries to kind of silently communicate with Aubrey, like, because she does not know what's going on. What's happening? Who is he?
Parallel world or time travel. He's seen this before and it didn't go well. Something. We're the ones who recommended us.
Oh my god! Okay, Mara, like, snaps back into focus. She locks in. She grabs the ice creams. She pays for it with her metal card. And she's like, we're sitting down in a booth and we are putting everything out on the table. All right? We are sharing everything. I'm not angry. I just want you to feel like you can be open.
Yeah, Rory sort of wipes away the tears.
Maybe we each grab one of his hands.
Sits down in the booth.
If we're so close, then we have a lot to catch up on. Because I've maybe been failing you as a friend.
I can't tell you a lot. It's part of the rules.
Okay.
But, y'all, I know where Eric is. I know what happened. That's why I know he's safe. I need to do something else. And the last time I was through this, it's a loop situation. Most I can say is I didn't go through with it. And instead I stuck with you guys, but there are consequences to not following through on a quest. I am the son of Cronus in his aspect of cyclical time.
But just a little cycle.
The last one wasn't very little, and that's all I can say. Yeah, the future's really fragile. And if you tell too many people too many things, one, it usually never comes true. And two, there are things that get real mad about time.
I get really mad about time and I don't understand it at all. So.
Yeah. I'm sorry for not coming clean sooner.
It's okay.
You don't need to apologize.
The issue is, this has never happened before. This, the booth, the dropping of the ice cream. So
is that exciting? Does that give you hope? Are things going to be different this time?
Or is it the opposite?
Based on what you've said, I would love things to go differently this time.
The truth is, I don't know.
Okay.
Because, you do something over and over again. You learn all the routines. You get it sort of locked in. And then breaking routine, that's terrifying.
Every loop, different ends. Every loop with your friends. Every time you see it through. Every loop, different ends. Every loop, find your friends. And only this time did they find you.
Every loop again and again. every loop without my friends. I wish this one could never, ever, ever end. Every loop where I died, every loop where I've cried, every time I still know the end, the end, the end.
When you're living in the past, can you change your future? When you're living in your past, can you break the routine? Break the routine. Break the routine. Break the routine.
I've lived it again. Once the start to the end. And yet I can't break the routine. When things change as you've mapped them, you know, just more sadness. You wish you could just stick with routine.
Break the routine. Break the routine. Break the routine. Break the routine. Break the routine.
Not every time we found you here, you kept coming back around and around again. I trust you did your very best, and in every test we may not have found you, then our friend. Living in the past or the future, thinking I could never reach her. You found us now, let it all out and break the routine.
I wish
Break
I
the
could.
routine.
I've tried so hard
Break
to,
the routine.
yet I'm bound
Break the
by.
routine.
Wish I could save you. I wanted to save you. All I wanted was to stick to routine. Stick to routine. It's safe with routine. Stick to routine.
May have left you then, but we're sitting here now. Look in my eyes, this time you came around.
And that same old routine, too, is something that now has been seen through. Is there some sort of hope in that? Is that something you take up to bat? What you know before can help you, but don't hold the door. Maybe things will go different now in the river now. Break the routine. Break the routine.
I miss routine. I wish I had routine. But now it seems I broke the routine. I broke the routine. I broke the routine. Broke the routine.
yesterday. Yesterday.
I broke the routine.
In the past is a place no one can reach you. And again, break the routine.
I broke the routine.
Is it breaking routine?
Broke the routine.
And so, with Eric still missing, Rory shares his own history with his new comrades, his longtime best friends. Will our investigators continue to faff about or help recover the missing machinist? Find out next time on RPG Major.
Rory was played by special guest Oliver Bay. Follow him on Instagram at Olivarius. Mara Vertere was played by Lauren Drake. Follow her on socials at La Drake. Aubrey Stump was played by Camilla Franklin. Find her on Instagram at Camillastrator. Camilla also does all the art and visual design for RPG Major. All the music for this arc of RPG Major was created live in the room by glorious guitarist Noah Samuels. Follow him on Instagram at Samuels_Noah. And I'm Helix. You can connect with me and the cast of our show on our Discord or on Instagram and Blue Sky at RPG Major. And if you believe that artists should be paid for their work and it's not going to break your budget to throw a couple bucks our way, you can support us on patreon.com/RPG Major. But of course, as always, the number one you can support us is by telling your friends about us. All right, viewers, we'll see you next time.
Whoa.
Yay, you found the twist! I have a whole list of notes on both of your characters for me now.
Whoa. Can we process before you Are you Groundhog Day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's Groundhog Dan.
How did you know? You did something? I was thinking I should put myself in danger and then see how he reacts. But maybe dropping ice cream was better. It was a DeLorean. I was like, time travel. Okay.
Also, just to reveal a little trick, I can cheat Quenthosses.
Oh yeah, I knew you were cheating.
Oh, okay, great.
Sorry, I didn't want to spoil it for anyone, but I saw how you were doing.
How do you cheat a coin toss?
I would have been more surprised if it had not been 3 times in a row. But
Yeah.
You just flip it?
What's that?
Well, you flip and then you look, right?
No. Do you want heads or tails?
Tails.
I've talked about this trick before in front of Helix.
Crazy.
You can make it flip a certain way?
And you want heads or tails?
Heads? How do you... What the...
It's with the weight, if you can flip it consistently
What kind of
enough.
sorcery is this?
Sorry, I'm not going to spoil it. It's magic. Helix is magic. I won't spoil it.
That is so funny.
That
and
was
I can't,
crazy.
The
That's
fact
actually
that you
crazy.
You were so stoic when I was like, wow, it just hates me. That is diabolical. It would cause me to go into asylum.
Gosh, I'm feeling really validated because I was like, I'm pretty sure he's cheating, but it feels insane to accuse him of that.
The coin toss. Yeah, that's wow. Okay, now the real fun begins.
Just length of show wise, this felt like a really good middle point to find to figure it out.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because there are a few times when I've figured something out, and sometimes it's totally wrong, but there are a few times when I've been like, GM, is it possible that this guy's been a ghost the whole time? And in retrospect, I was like, I should just be like, how long have you been dead? Because worst case scenario, we have a weird conversation that's so awkward.
Yeah.
But
Oh my God, that's why he knows. That's why he needed a hug. Did we both die? Ooh. Anyway, I won't
probably.
ask. Yeah,
you
probably
can ask if you want.
I
but
will. She's probably curious. Oh, that makes me so... Wait. Then we were like... Okay, never mind. I'm like, were we friends before? What? Oh, this makes me so sad.
It is not relevant to this
Great.
particular check.
Then pretend I didn't say it, and I'll come up with it later, and I'll sound so smart.
So smart.
Giddy up, little doggy, let's ride, get up, little doggy, let's ride. Get up, little doggy, let's ride, get up, little doggy, let's ride. Get up, little doggy, let's ride, get up, little doggy, let's ride. Sun is rising, oh, it's time.
Yeah. We work. Wait, I'm gonna run that shit back. I got an idea.
Okay.
Hey, yeah. We don't work for cheap, but hey, yeah. We will work for treats. Hey, yeah. We don't work for cheap, but hey, yeah. We will work for some sweet doggy treat.
Now down in the desert, a little mine sits, where the milk bones grow from the ground in pits. The little doggies come and they mine up all those streets, and we, those owners, we make sweet, sweet money. Oh yeah.
Doggies, gather round. It's time to stage a revolt. These owners have been taking advantage of us by our need and lust for those milk bones. But we need to overcome that. Strike the milk bone mafia down. No, milk bone strike.
Mafia down. Milk bone strike.
Little doggy, let's dig, little doggy, let's dig, little doggy, don't dig, little doggy, let's dig, hey, little doggy, let's dig, little doggy, let's dig, little doggy, let's dig, little doggy, let's dig.
Let's dig. This is the Patreon content.
Yeah.
This is the whole little dog cinematic universe. The Western dogs. I've been watching a lot of Righteous Gemstones recently, so that's what I'm like, little dog.
Yeah.
There's great content for the viewers. Hey.